In the city of horror. Long ago, a little girl lived with her father and mother. Her name was Irit. One day, Irit's mother died. At first, Irit's father was sad, but soon he married again. After a year, another little girl was born to the man and his new wife. They called her Irit, and Irit grew up together. Irit was a good girl. She was clever and kind. Irit was not good. She was foolish and selfish. But the girl's mother only loved Irit. She did not love Irit at all. One day, the girl's mother said to them, "Go to the field, girls, pick some chat, then take it to the market and sell it." So Irit went to the field to pick some chat. They wrapped the chat in big leaves and made bundles. Then they took the bundles to the market to sell. On the way to the market, they met an old man. He saw the bundles of chat and he stopped and spoke to the girls. "Please, girls," he said. "I'm very tired. Give me some of your chat. If you do, I will bless you." Irit smiled at the old man. She took some chat from her bundle and gave it to him. "Take it, grandfather," she said. "I hope it will help you." "Thank you," said the old man. "May God bless you, my child." He turned to Noree. "Now, my daughter, give me some of your chat," he said. Noree laughed at him. "There is no chat in my bundle," she said. "There are only cabbages. I don't want to give them to you. I'm going to sell them in the market and get some money." The old man was angry. "I do not believe you," he said. "You will not sell your chat. No one will buy from a girl like you." The market was full of people. They were buying and selling everything. But no one wanted to buy the girl's chat. They tried and tried to sell it, but they could not. "That old man cursed me," Noree said angrily. "No one will buy our chat because of him. I hate that old man." "Don't say that, sister. He was a good old man," Irit said quietly. When the two girls went home, their mother was waiting for them. "What's this?" she said. "You still have your bundles of chat. What happened? Why didn't you sell them?" "An old man cursed us," said Noree. "It was Irit's fault. She was rude to him. I don't have any chat. I only have cabbages," she said. Their mother was very angry. "You are a bad, stupid girl," she said to Irit. "I don't want you in my house anymore. Go away, and don't come back." She tied a rope around Irit and sent her out into the street. Poor Irit was alone now, away from her family's house. She was very sad. "What can I do?" she thought. "Where can I go?" She began to cry. Suddenly, she heard a voice. "What's wrong?" someone was saying. "Can I help you?" She looked up. An old man with a kind face was standing in front of her. "My mother has sent me away," said Irit, "because I didn't sell my chat in the market. She doesn't love me. She tied me up with this rope. She sent me out of the house. I can never go home again." "My poor child," said the old man. "Come to my house. I will look after you." Irit looked at the old man. "He is good, I can see that," she thought. The old man untied the rope, and Irit went to his house with him. She helped him. She cooked his food, and cleaned his house. She gave him his food in a beautiful mezab. She was happy now. One night, the old man said to Irit, "Tonight, my daughter, watched the house. Black water will come into it. When you see it, do nothing. Do not wake me. But after the black water, golden water will come. When the golden water comes, then you must wake me." The old man went to sleep, but Irit sat and watched the house. Soon, black water began to run across the floor. Irit waited and did nothing. Then the black water went, and golden water ran across the floor. Irit went and woke the old man. "Grandfather, wake up," she said. "The golden water is here." The old man picked Irit up and threw her into the golden water. Then he went outside and looked up into the sky. "Wind! Wind!" he called out. "Pick up this girl and take her to her father's house." At once, a strong wind began to blow. It picked up Irit and carried her to her father's house. It put her down on the roof. Irit's mouth was full of the golden water. She spat it out, and it fell down into the courtyard of the house. It was not water now, but metal. It was pure, yellow gold. Noree came out of the house, and began to sweep the courtyard. Soon, she found the gold. She was very surprised. "Mother," she called out. "There is gold here, in the courtyard." Her mother came and looked. "You are right," she said. "That's wonderful. Pick it up, my darling, and put it in a jar. We will keep it carefully." She went inside, and Irit spat again. More gold fell into the courtyard. Noree looked up, and saw her. "Mother," she shouted. "Irit is on the roof of the house." Her mother was angry. She did not come outside again. "Don't talk to me about that girl," she said. "How can she be on the roof?" She went away and she never came back. "I'm sure the hyenas have eaten her." Noree was still looking up at her sister. "Where did this gold come from, Irit?" she asked. "I spat it out of my mouth," said Irit. "I don't believe you," Noree said. Irit spat more gold out of her mouth. "Oh," said Noree. "It's true. How did you do it? How did you change your spit into gold? Come down here, my darling sister. I will get you some nice things for you to eat. Come and tell me everything. Perhaps I can learn to spit gold too." "Oh, I am so happy to see you again." Irit was angry. "Noree isn't happy to see me," she thought. "She doesn't love me. She only wants gold." She wanted to punish Noree. "I met an old man," she said, "and I went to his house. I cooked his food and put it on the floor for him." "What?" said Noree. "Didn't you give him his food in a mezub?" "He likes to eat it from the floor," said Irit. "What happened next?" said Noree. "Go on, my dear Irit. Tell me more." "At night, black water came into the house," said Irit. "When it came, I woke him at once. He threw me into the water. After that, I began to spit gold. Now, Noree, you promised to give me some nice food. Where is it?" Noree laughed. "If you want food, go to my mother and ask her," she said. "I'm not going to give you anything. I'm going to the old man's house. Soon I will spit gold from my mouth too." Noree hurried to the old man's house. "I am Irit's sister," she said to him. "I have come to help you." "Good," said the old man. "You can cook my food." Noree did not like to work. She cooked the old man's food badly. She only wanted gold. "Here," she said to him, "it's ready. You can eat it now." She put the food down on the floor. The old man was angry, but he did not say anything. When it was night time, the old man went to sleep, but Noree sat and waited. "That stupid Irit is rich," she thought. "And I will be rich too." Soon, black water began to come into the house. Noree went to the old man and woke him. "Wake up, old man," she said. "There is water in the house." The old man woke up. To foolish, lazy girl, he said. He picked Noree up and threw her into the water. Then he went outside and looked up at the sky. Wind. Wind, he called out. Pick this girl up and take her to her father's house. At once a strong wind began to blow. It picked Noree up and carried her to her mother's kitchen. It blew her into a corner under the injera pan. There's a cat in my kitchen, she said. Puss, cat, go away. Noree began to cry. Mother, it's not a cat. It's your daughter, Noree, she said. Her mother pulled her out from under the injera pan. Noree. What has happened to you? She said. You are ugly. You are not a pretty girl now. You are ugly all over. I reacted this to me, Noree said. She used magic on me and made me ugly. Your sister is a wicked, wicked girl, her mother said. Don't worry, my darling. I will punish her. Noree was sad now. She hid in her mother's house. No one will marry me, she thought. I am ugly now. Noree was uglier than before, but Irit was more beautiful. Men wanted to marry her. Her father chose a good young man and arranged the marriage. His wife was angry. This young man is too good for Irit, she thought. She took Irit's hand and pulled her to the river. A big python lived near the river. Python. Come and take this wicked girl, Noree's mother called out. The python was a wise old snake. I know this woman, he thought, and I know her daughter. The woman is cruel and wicked, but the girl is good. If I do not help her, the woman will kill her. Don't be afraid, my daughter, he whispered to Irit, and he opened his mouth and swallowed her. The next day, the bridegroom and his friend came to Irit's house to take her. Irit is not here, her mother told them. She is a bad girl. She ran away. The bridegroom was sad. He and his friend began to go away, but then they saw the python by the door. Do not be sad, my young friend, the python said to the bridegroom. I can give you a wife. She is a very beautiful girl and wise and clever, too. Do you want her? Yes, said the bridegroom. Let me see this beautiful girl, and I will marry her. So the python spat Irit out of his mouth. The bridegroom was very happy when he saw her. He married Irit, and they lived happily together, but he and the bestman took Noree and cut out her tongue. They put her in the kitchen to grind the hot peppers. You were cruel to your sister, they said to her. You told lies about her. Learn your lesson. If you do bad things to people, bad things will happen to you. Long ago, the hyena lived in the sky. Every night she opened her mouth and began to sing. She sang very loudly. Everyone on the earth below could hear her. The donkey heard the hyena too, who was singing like that. She thought, what a beautiful voice. I want to meet her. I want to be her friend. So the donkey prayed to God. Please, she prayed, please bring the animal with the beautiful voice down to earth. God heard the donkey's prayer. He sent the hyena down to live on earth. The donkey ran up to the hyena at once. Hello, she said. I'm the donkey. I want to be your friend. Aha, the hyena thought. A nice, fat little donkey. She looks good to eat, but then she saw the donkey's long ears and she was afraid. What? Long, sharp horns, she thought. I must be careful, she said to the donkey. Why don't we play a game together? The donkey was very happy. I like playing games, she said. I want to play football, said the hyena, but there's just one problem. You're carrying weapons on your head. They're dangerous. Take those long, sharp horns off and we can begin the game. The donkey laughed. Horns, she said. I haven't got any horns. These are my ears, and they're not sharp at all. They're quite soft. Come here and see. Southwest. The hyena came close to the donkey and she bit off both her ears. Stop! Stop! What are you doing? Cried the donkey. I want to be your friend, you stupid animal, the hyena said. I'm a hyena. Hyenas eat donkeys. I can't be your friend. Now come here and let me eat your tail, too. But the donkey ran away into the forest. She was very unhappy. She was afraid, too. She didn't want to come out of the forest. She knew the hyena was waiting for her. Evening came, and the donkey was thirsty. I must drink, she thought, or I'll die. Very quietly, she went to the river. She bent her head and began to drink. Then she heard the hyena's angry voice, Hey, you! Donkey! The donkey looked up. Why are you drinking from my river? The hyena said. You're making the water dirty with your feet, but you're above me, answered the donkey. The water's coming from you to me. It's clean up there. No, it isn't, said the hyena. You're making it dirty up here, too. That's impossible, the donkey said. What do you mean, impossible? Said the hyena. Are you trying to start a fight with me? Then the donkey understood. I know you want to eat me, she said sadly to the hyena. I understand that now. But please don't try to make excuses. So the hyena jumped up and began to chase the donkey. You were foolish, my little fat friend, she said. I was your enemy, but you showed me your weakness. The bull and his calf, the ostrich and the lion were friends. They lived in one house and were happy together. The ostrich had a cow, and the lion had a bull. Every day, they went out with the cow and the bull and looked after them. One day, the lion said to the ostrich, I don't want to go out today. Please can you take the bull and the cow and go alone? Tomorrow, I'll take them out, and you can stay at home. The ostrich agreed. At the end of the second day, the lion said, This is a good idea. Let's take turns every day. One day you'll stay at home, and the next day I will. They lived happily in this way for a long time. Then, one day, the lion noticed something. The cow's getting fat, he thought. She's going to have a calf. He was angry. It's not fair, he said to himself. My bull can't have a calf. Now the ostrich will have two animals, but I'll only have one. Day after day, he watched the cow carefully. One morning, he said to himself, the calf will be born today. So he said to the ostrich, You look tired, ostrich. It's your turn to go out with the animals today, but let me go. You can stay at home and rest. The ostrich was very pleased. Oh, how kind you are, dear lion, he said. Yes, I am a little tired today. Thank you very much. I'll stay at home today. I'll just rest and sleep. Then I'll feel better in the evening. So the lion went out with the bull and the cow. In the afternoon, the cow's calf was born. When the evening came, the lion began to walk home with his bull, the cow, and the calf. On the way, he found a nice new grindstone. That's lucky, he thought, and he picked it up. The ostrich was waiting for him. Oh, he said. How wonderful. My cow has given birth to a calf. No, dear ostrich, the lion said. My bull gave birth to this calf. Your cow gave birth to a grindstone. Look, here it is, and he gave the grindstone to the ostrich. The ostrich was very angry. That's impossible, he said. A bull can't give birth to a calf. Only a cow can do that. I don't want this grindstone. I want my calf. Give it to me, they argued for a long time. At last, the lion said, we'll never agree. Let's call all the animals together. We'll ask them to decide. One of us is right and the other is wrong. Let them choose. So the lion called all the animals together. Listen, he said. Something wonderful happened today. My bull gave birth to a calf. It's not true, shouted the ostrich. The calf is mine. My cow gave birth to it. The animals looked at the lion, and they looked at the ostrich. The lion was big and strong. His teeth were long and sharp. They were all frightened of him. But they weren't frightened of the ostrich. The lion's right, they all said. The calf belongs to him, and they began to go home. Stop. Wait, the ostrich said. Where's the fox? He's a very clever animal. We must ask him. He ran away, and found the fox. The fox listened to the ostrich's story. I won't come to the meeting, he said. I don't want to fight the lion, but I'll run past. Call out to me. I'll help you. Don't worry. So the ostrich went back to the other animals. Wait, he said. The fox is coming. He's in a hurry. Look, there he is. Fox. Fox. Please stop and listen. Does the calf belong to the lion, or does it belong to me? I'm sorry, the fox called out. I can't stop. I'm going to see my father. He needs me. He's giving birth to a baby fox. I must go and help him. All the animals began to laugh. That's impossible, the lion said. Your father can't give birth. Only your mother can do that. It's impossible, is it? The fox said. Why? Your bull gave birth to a calf. Why can't my father give birth to a baby fox? The lion was angry because the animals were all laughing at him. He ran after the fox and he didn't come back. The ostrich was happy. He took his cow and his calf and went home. Thank you, fox, he thought. You're not only clever. You're brave, too. I'm not a human.